Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. We're here in the Nether and today we're going to be having a whole bunch of fun because we're going to be working on our Nether tunnel. That's right. This is going to be a lot of fun, believe me. And if you haven't seen this before, it's because you missed the live stream that we did on Friday. That was a lot of fun, had a really great time, and we cleared out all of this space in preparation for our Nether tunnel. But the entire time that we're working on this, we're going to be listening to this noise. Can you hear it? I think it's going to drive me mad. So, for those of you that don't know where we are, let's hop up this little temporary stairs over here, and it will all make sense. We are, of course, in the Nether Hub. So this used to be the location of False's shop. She had a little sign here saying, you know, False's shop for the future. I spoke to her. She said it would be fine for me to use this, which is perfect because it's an awesome location for us to build a tunnel. But opposite it is Dinnerbone the Ghast, who is upside down. You can see his tentacles at the top there, in a minecart. And I dare not break this wall to see him because he'll shoot at me. But that guy's been there for ages, reserved for Biffa, and he's going to make a whole bunch of noise, which is going to drive me mad. I know it. Oh, we're working on this. But anyway, let's head over here. This used to be my former Nether tunnel. I wouldn't really call it that. It's a bit more of a path. So you go left down to the end there, and then right all the way to the portal. And this would be kind of a difficult area to build a decent tunnel, and it's a little bit boring. And so now we're going to be able to move it over here, in which we go in a straight line, and you can see we come over a fair bit. So at the end of the tunnel we do go off to the right, but it's going to be so much better, and we've got so much space to work with. So let's head down here and head to the other end. And while we're going down here, I want to say thank you for all your support on the videos as always recently. It has been tremendous, and if you want to leave a like on this video, it'll always be appreciated. Those things really do make a big difference to the channel, and if you want to do that, all it takes is a click. And as I said, I appreciate it, guys. But we have recently hit 1,500 videos here on this channel. What a milestone. Couldn't have been possible without all of your support. And do you know what? When I first started uploading videos, I never thought I'd even upload 1,000 of them. But here we are, 1,500. Here's to 2,000. I still can't believe that. It boggles my mind. And yeah, this is the end of the tunnel. So as you can see, it's not that long. And the entire thing will be loaded when we're at one end to the other, which will make more sense later, because we're going to do some redstoning stuff today, believe me. And yeah, so when we get to the end here, it means you get off and then you've got to walk just over here to get to the portal. The reason why is synchronization issues. For those of you who watched the stream, you saw we had a little bit of trouble getting them synchronized, so we had to move it over to the right, and now it's correctly done so. So anyway, there was something I forgot to mention, by the way. Down this end over here, we're going to have some redstone fun doing a little bit of an elevator or something like that, because as you can see, there's a bit of a drop to get down here, and I think what I'd like to do is maybe have something like a glass floor and a slime block elevator, a custom built one in the middle for us to get up and down to the area down below, which is going to have a interesting form of transport, which I can't wait to show you, but I'm not going to spoil it right now. What we are going to do is hop into my test world quickly, or my server even. I don't know why I called it a test world, and I'll explain exactly why when we get over there. So, welcome to my second plot here on the server. Like all of them, it's a little disorganized and unfinished. The idea here was to have some stadiums around the outside for people to sit in while I play in this middle area, but I never finished it, and it's a bit of a mess, but we're going to be using this to work on some of the redstone that we're going to be doing today. So I made a mock-up of the tunnel, and what we did recently on our Game Mode 4 series is I showed you all the stuff that I was doing in the test world, because there's a lot of design and thought that goes into this stuff, and I thought it would be fun to show that. So we're going to do a little bit of that today, as I'm going to be doing some redstone designing over here. We're going to make some sort of slime block elevator to get up and down, and I thought I'd walk you through what I'm doing with that. So we're going to spend a little bit of time here in the world, but once we figured out what we need to do, we're going to then hop back over to Hermitcraft and build it all in survival. And that includes, by the way, designing a tunnel design down here, because once we've done the redstone bit, it means all of this needs to be furbished with some nice materials, and we've got a really big space to work with here, so I think we could come up with a really interesting design for the tunnel. But we're going to start off with the slime block elevator, so I'm going to grab my redstone blocks and see what I can come up with. So this is JB589, Pro Redstoner here on the server, and when I got to work on this, my initial thought was to do the trick with the string on top of the piston, and as soon as I started to get to work on that, I knew I couldn't do it. So I thought over here I'd try something nice and simple, and one of the things I think would be really cool is if we actually had the redstone exposed. So you can walk over this, fall down into the gap, and down the bottom here we've got a slime block elevator. And I'm still just figuring out the last bits of the redstone here, but the idea is the signal will travel back up to the top and activate this again. So when you walk over here, you'll fly back up to the top and the redstone will travel up, which is really cool because it's all sort of being displayed, you know, which is what I wanted to go for. Now what JB's got over here looks far more impressive and is just incredible. And I think he might have changed something, but hopefully it still works. It looks like it does. So you can drop down like this, but the cool thing is it uses string on both sides. So I said to him a second ago, you know, I've got this slime block elevator at the bottom. I also want to be able to come back up through this as well. And if we build a slime block elevator, we won't even need to send the redstone up here because it activates as you move through from the bottom, which is just incredible. This is an amazing little contraption right here, and I'm pretty sure this is what we're going to build on the server. So I guess the next thing to figure out now is if we can jump up high enough with the slime blocks down below. I've got a feeling we can't, so I'm going to finish doing my one, and then we'll try it on JB's one as well. So it turns out that this doesn't go up high enough, which means you're going to need another bunch of slime blocks that come out over here to push you further up. And at that point I thought, you know what, I'm done with my design. It's nowhere near impressive as JB's, so we worked together just to get this bottom bit done down here. Now a lot of this is built out of obsidian, so ignore that. We will just put, you know, the blocks that need to be non-movables where they are. But we've also gotten rid of the pressure plate as well, and just decided to make it so you can walk up to it and then press the button. So when you come down, you're not going to walk out and activate the whole thing again on the pressure plate. So you go in here, press the button, and maybe he's still working on it. A moment ago this worked fine. I think he's changing something. There we go. And you come back up to the top, at which point you activate it again. So we do need some sort of override for that. But there you go. This is what we're going to build. And what I like about this is most of the redstone is on the front side. So somewhere, maybe right here, will be the back wall of the room. Or maybe we'll give it an extra block. And you'll be able to see all of the redstone in front of you and from below as well, which is going to look really cool. So now I think we've got a couple more changes to make here, but we're going to hop onto Hermitcraft and build this, which is going to be a lot of fun. And obviously I need to gather a lot of redstone materials as well. There's quite a few pistons and other redstone things that go into this, obviously, because it's made out of redstone. So it sure did take a while, but we're here, it's done, and it's got a tiny little problem. I'm not sure really how to fix it at the moment, but anyway, let's press this button. And, well, that was unexpected. Let's try that again. And this time it works. Yeah, there's something that just messes it up a little bit every now and then. So I just want to look down there and see. Those slime blocks are definitely at the bottom. Bottom. That's good. So we go down like this. Awesome. Hold down space to land, and then you can go off on your way. And then when you come back here, sometimes this doesn't quite work. And that time it worked again. Okay, let's see if it messed up. No. So what happens sometimes is it's this block around the back. This little piston right here gets bump powered and it forgets to update. And I'm not sure what causes that, because that would be a timing issue, right? Except our input is a button, so it's going to be the same sort of input every single time. So that's a little bit confusing as to how that happens, but at least I know where the problem is, and it can mean that either these slime blocks get left out, or sometimes you don't quite reach that bit in time. But it could also be caused by server lag, perhaps, as well, if the tick rate isn't good. So, I need to place some furnaces here, and I just realised they're going to face the wrong way. I might change this material for a different one, because it's not too pretty, and I have no idea what the overall theme is going to be here as well. I like that you can see the redstone from up above, but from down below, I don't think we want this birch wood to be too prominent, and that's just what JB used in the test world. I decided to use it here as well because it's easy to farm, and I think this room's going to look good with the birch. That's fine, but we do kind of need to separate it from what's going on down below. So we've done all of the redstone now, basically, and it's time to move on to the aesthetics, getting the entrance for this thing figured out. I also don't need this ice here as well. Do I have Silk Touch? No, so we're going to remove that. That's actually from where False was doing her thing. I might leave it there, but yes, the next step is figuring out how this room is going to look. So a couple of hours have gone by, and I've just gotten back to working on this place again. I've been out there collecting so many materials, and all these projects we're working on, we're gathering up loads of resource chests like this, just full of stuff that we've been using. It is quite ridiculous, but this right here is going to look absolutely amazing when it's done. Believe me, I got something ever so cool to show you. I had this idea, it popped into my head, and I went around the server looking for something, and someone pointed me in the right direction. The first thing that I went and looked at was absolutely perfect. It's something built by Johnny Digger. Didn't want to forget his name. If you're watching this, Johnny, thank you so much. We're going to see it in a moment, but I want to build this last part in the form of a time-lapse. Actually, it's not going to be the last part because there's still a few more bits here to do. So in this chest somewhere, I should have some purple wool. Believe it or not, we're going to throw in purple with these green colours over here. We're going to have a purple pillar at the front on either side, and then purple pillar at the back as well. And I'm just throwing this in roughly. I'll fix all of this up. We're going to like wrap some quartz around it and then sort out the ceiling so it merges. And I know what you're thinking, because the green and the purple does not go together at the moment at all. But when we build this next bit... Oh, and I've fallen down! Accidentally used the machine. Awesome. By the way, when I was working on that wall, some lava fell out of it. And it fell all the way down here and burnt up all of the redstone at the back, which was really frustrating. And it took me ages to put it back together. But anyway, let's come up the top here. So we've got some purple on that side. Let's put some on this side as well. And bear in mind, this thing isn't lit up, so it's a bit doom and gloom. Those two colours don't really go together well, but when you see what we're putting at the end of this room, you're going to love it, and it's going to make total sense. But I will give you a hint as to where these colours are coming from, because notice that I put grey down and around the edge here as well. It's from my skin, of course, because we have the grey helmet, we have the purplish eyes, or like face mask, and then we've got the green Doom Guy skin. Yeah, so that's what the colour scheme is. Anyway, this last bit, or actually it's not the last bit, but the next bit that I want to do over here, in fact the whole thing, I'm just going to finish it all in one go, but I wanted to do a time-lapse, and it's not going to be the longest of time-lapse because there isn't too much to build back here, but it'd be a really fun thing to do with some music, so sit back and enjoy. You should start hearing some music because we're going to do a time-lapse. Well, there we go. Looks pretty fantastic, I think. Do you know what? When we started recording today, I had no idea what we were going to build, and I would never have guessed this. But I welcome it. It looks pretty awesome, and it is a little bit egotistical, maybe. I was thinking, when I was building this, it's the opposite end of False's tunnel. And now, whenever she's going to leave this area, you know, once Dinnerbone the Ghast is out of the way, she's always going to see my face at the end of the tunnel. It's a little bit like a prank, maybe, but this is actually her Christmas base thing that we went and checked out on the live stream, actually, and her main base is over in that way, so actually it's all good. And I want to say a huge thank you to Johnny Digger again for the wonderful little bit of pixel art of me right there. I think it looks ever so cool, and what we're going to do right now is actually just remove a few blocks here. I noticed that it's a little bit different on this side. How did I want to change it? I think I want to copy that, because if you look, it goes stone bricks like this, and then we need to have stone bricks here, and same with that one, and just move the diorite over by one. So if you look at where it is on the ceiling, it's actually like that, which is a little bit strange, and I think it's just this bit of diorite here which kind of throws you off. So I'm going to change all of that, and I'm going to have a quick chat to you about the Plot World server, because there's quite a lot of this stuff going on there, where I wander around, I fly around, teleport to people randomly, and I see little statues of myself and the other hermits, and it's really humbling, but it was making me think about my childhood and how there were things that I was into. What did I break then? A little bit of ice. Oh, off of the side there. I think I've got some in a chest. Yes, and there were things I liked, you know, things that I did, things you saw on TV that you really got into, but you never had this kind of closeness or connection with those people. And you see that when you go on the plot world. I see it on Twitter as well, and in the comments, of course, where people interact with you. And I got to say, you guys have something real special, because we had nothing like that when I was growing up. And although I can kind of understand, it's a little hard sometimes to comprehend. It can be a bit overwhelming seeing all of this amazing stuff that people make for you. And I'm truly humbled by it, I gotta say, and especially on the Plot World server, things have been amazing on there. And we have a wonderful community of well-behaved people. You know, whenever I go on there, we don't have a lot of staff because we're not trying to expand rapidly, but we really kind of do need more staff. And whenever I go on there, and there's no staff online, everyone else who's online is just being well-behaved, helping one another, and it's really great to see that kind of community. And then really cool things are born outside of that as well, like buildings and little things like this, which I found. How did that happen? Wait, no, something set it on fire. Oh my god. Quickly, quickly. Let's pillar up, jump up here. Okay, right, so that means something's going to burn all of this. How's my redstone down below? Is my redstone okay? Please be okay. I don't want to fix that all over again. Oh, it's all burnt down. Oh, I had this sneaky suspicion. I had a suspicion because earlier, when the lava flowed down and I watched it, it destroyed so much stuff that I thought to myself, how has it managed to destroy all of that in one go? Like, because it just went down really quickly. I know the lava will create fire, the fire will burn wood, but it was really too quick. So somewhere back here, there is some lava, and we've got to try and find it. And I think that's going to involve using the volume of the game, using my ears. Oh, this is going to be a pain to fix. It took me so long to get those walls, because I literally just got one for every block that I needed to build this thing, right? I didn't get a lot of them. We're going to trap in here. We trapped ourselves in. And now if I'm going to go get more materials, I've got to make sure that more of it doesn't burn down. Oh, and that's right. We went down that bit, so that's why I can't get back in. I swear I can hear more burning. We've lost all of this pillar. Oh, damn it. Oh, it was all going so well. Okay, it looks like we've got some repairs to make here, and I've got to find that lava. As I said, that'll involve using the game sound. So I'm going to stop recording because it will be very loud and annoying. And how do we hear lava? Is that ambient environment? I'll tell you what, why don't we do a little test together? If I go step over here, I cannot hear anything. Maybe it's under blocks. Option sounds, let's try blocks. Ooh, I hear fire, but I don't hear lava. Or maybe I do. I hear a lot of fire. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I think I know where the fire is coming from, by the way. So it's all patched up now. Put a big cobblestone box around the back, so hopefully it won't get caught on fire again. And actually, been hanging around here for a while. I don't think it's going to. And I angered all of the pigmen a moment ago, but now that's a ghast. Oh my god, we've got a ghast in our tunnel. Quick, grab the bow. This would be the perfect opportunity to grab a minecart, wouldn't it? And now I want to go inside the ghast. I tried to do that the other day, didn't I, with Biffa. See if we can do it this time. Yes, we're successfully sort of in the ghast, except we're also pushing it. This is awesome. It's not every day you get to do this, is it? Bang! See you later. Did I get a ghast here? Doesn't look like I did. Also made a mess. +1. +1 for a mess. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, right, so let's head back down here. Yeah, I angered all of the pigmen, and now they seem to be just fine, which is really strange, because usually it takes a long time for them to sort themselves out. And there was a big old army of pigmen around the back here, but yeah, no surprise. Quite a few of them have gone away, but there's probably about 20 or 30 of them all hanging out over here. So hopefully none of those are aggressive, because what I want to do now is actually remove these walls on the side here and just do a little bit of patchwork, you see. This took a fair bit of time to do, and we'll have to do the tunnel in the next episode. So I thought, well, what will we do for the last bit? We'll probably just tidy up this little segment right here. So I don't think that's actually the best of ideas after all. I don't know if Fulsa's got any plans for what's going on down here, but it'd probably be a good idea to plan out a decent Nether tunnel design or something like that, rather than me just trying to do something quickly. So I'm not going to do this. And I know this episode's going to be a little bit shorter than usual. Sometimes it just turns out like that. I really have spent the whole day working on this, and it's turned out really great. There's no point us starting anything down below, which is what we will be doing probably in the next episode. And before you go, I do want to mention that I started a new series. It is called Infinifactory. It is an incredible puzzle game. It's like kind of like Minecraft, because you work with blocks, but you've got to use the blocks like you do Redstone and solve little puzzles by arranging the blocks in different orders and building contraptions that do that for you. And I think if you like Redstone and you like Minecraft, it might be the kind of game that you're interested in. So as always, on the screen in the description box, if you are interested, you know, come over there and have a look at that game, because it's really awesome and I've really loved playing it. It's been ever so much fun. But anyway, that is it for this episode. I can't believe we built this thing, it's so silly. But that is it. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.